Good morning, everyone. This is Mitch. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday morning as we're getting going here. Chances are, if you're in New York City, Long Island, Southern New England, talking about Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, you all have that massive band that we've been talking about, the potential that it could occur over the last 24 hours is happening over these areas. I mean, this is a massive band. I'm talking 2 to 3 inch hour per rates right now. Granted, I'm making this video at 6:45 Eastern Standard Time a.m., but chances are you're waking up to snowflakes the size of mini pancakes. So this is really verifying much higher in these areas. Certain areas are going to get anywhere from a foot to potentially a foot and a half of snow depending on where you are. But there's a heavy band. This is called frontogenesis. It's basically where warm air advection in the upper atmosphere, not very far up, but several thousand feet up above, our heads. There's warm air and moist air, meaning it's very basically the profiles up ahead of us are very moist, meaning you can get, basically all the snow that dumped down from the atmosphere, in a nutshell is what I'm trying to say. So the profiles are very moist. You're getting snowfall rates well over 10 to 1 ratio, which is 10 inches of snow equivalent to 1 inch of liquid precipitation. So you're probably getting closer to 15 to 1. That means that the snow is piling up very quickly and maybe not as much precipitation liquid-wise. So it is unloading here. If you guys have not subscribed, definitely hit the subscribe button. Like the video if you like it. I'm just providing a quick update of this storm. This is probably the last video we'll talk about it, and then we'll start to look ahead at the pattern coming up, and I'll start to break down other areas. I know I've been, pretty much just talking about the eastern U.S. in general, but I'm going to try to break down other areas too. In this video, we're also going to talk a little bit about Canada, areas of Newfoundland and Nova Scotia as this storm will crank up for you guys. But check it out. Like I said, New York City radar. We'll take a look at the Boston radar here. And this is the most impressive outlook here. It is absolutely hammering Boston. I mentioned that this area right into here could really get the most snow, and they're getting a lot of snow, but there is a big band that's pivoting over Boston. Boston could get a foot of snow easily from this, and in fact, I don't know what the snowfall totals are around Boston, but I guarantee you there's areas starting to near 6 inches as of 7 a.m. But already reports in this area of anywhere from 5 to 8 inches in Connecticut. And just a lot of snow. Definitely let me know how much y'all see up in this area. It's actually snowing right now, out in Cape Cod and things like that. So there's a report of snow. So y'all aren't dealing with maybe as much warm air as maybe we previously thought. But, it could mix with rain at times here later in the day. But this will be wrapping up here earlier this afternoon. It's a quick hitting storm. But like I said, I had a couple comments saying, 3 to 5 inches isn't a lot for this area. And it's not. But when you get it in like an hour or two, it doesn't matter where you live. If you get 3 to 5 inches in a couple hours, that is going to cripple traffic. It's really going to be disruptive. It piles up. It doesn't matter how good the roads are treated. When it snows that hard, it doesn't matter where you live. That is very heavy snow, and that's what's happening here. I wouldn't be surprised if areas get 3 to 4 inches of snow in an hour in certain hours, depending on where you are this morning and what time it is. But this is a heavy band. If we actually look at the super res reflectivity, which basically tells us how heavy this precipitation is, this heavy band of snow is really pivoting over Boston, going down to Connecticut, Providence. You're getting heavy snow. A little bit of subsidence right into here where maybe, y'all are getting kind of a little bit more dry air. Not dry air necessarily, but where the radar's trying to fill in continuously, where the low pressure's cranking up. But this is an intense band of snow. Now, by the time you watch this, if you watch this 3 hours from now, this is not going to be here. But this is as of just before 6 a.m. It is really snowing hard. So they dropped this mesoscale discussion from the Storm Prediction Center about 4 hours ago. It was a while ago. And it was basically telling you, hey, this band is setting up. It's coming. 1 to 2 inch per hour rates are possible. And this is ongoing right now. So this is for right now. What is going on? This snow is really piling up. Look at the latest HRRR model. What's going to happen the rest of the morning and early afternoon. This is for about 7 a.m. This is the HRRR. This band will continue to pivot through, but it will eventually work from west to east, and low pressure will be gone and get on out of here. Snow will continue to fall for Maine, and will basically, there's going to be a period here in the down east area of Maine that could get brief blizzard conditions as they introduce blizzard warnings yesterday evening for these areas. So the winds are going to pick up here in coastal areas of Maine pretty much, especially in the more northeastern areas of the coastal areas. And the snow, y'all won't necessarily get a ton of snow, but the winds will be whipping, which will make the blizzard criteria there for those areas. But by the time we get into, for Boston, by the time we get into, 3 to 5 p.m., the snow stops and precipitation moves on out. But this is a good thumping of snow for this area. It really is. For my folks up in Canada, Nova Scotia right here in Newfoundland, this is going to crank up, but this low pressure, there's no blocking up here in Greenland. So it's not a low pressure that's going to pivot out here. It's just going to crush right into Nova Scotia, which is right here. So as you're getting into the afternoon and evening hours, you're going to get a lot of heavy snow at first, but the low pressure is going to plow right into the island of the country of Nova, not the country, I'm sorry, the area of Nova Scotia. And Canada's a country, guys. I'm sorry. Bear with me for you Canadian folks. I'm trying to get it right here this morning as my mind is just waking up as I'm getting ready for work. But Nova Scotia will get hit hard today. And by the way, the people who comment from Canada, every single one of y'all are incredibly nice. Y'all really are. And I'm going to get more familiar with your regions, your cities, your towns, and your areas of your country so I can cover more of y'all guys. I know a couple of y'all have been requesting it. And every one of y'all are so kind. Y'all are so nice, and I really appreciate all of y'all. But for you guys, especially talking about Nova Scotia, snow really cranks up this afternoon. Heavy snow at first, but then the low pressure rides right over Nova Scotia. And what happens here, especially for eastern areas of Nova Scotia, is obviously when the low pressure rides right over the island, brings its own warm air, even at the surface, and then it'll change to heavy rain and very strong winds, and just a good old nor'easter for you guys, which you are very accustomed to. The snow will start moving into Newfoundland, but the same kind of situation, you guys might deal with a little rain, especially in the southeastern areas of the island. But all of Nova Scotia could definitely go right back to snow as the low pressure pivots to your north and cold air gets wrapped in back behind that. And then heavy snow's falling for Newfoundland and moving through. As far as how much snow you guys could get from this system alone, let's drop the snowfall totals. This is a 10-to-1 ratio. It's still saying y'all are going to get over a foot in snow. I know y'all measure in centimeters, but y'all are going to get a lot of snow even if you mix with rain everywhere on the island, as far as inches, or feet, 1 to 2 feet, just depending on where you are. I'll get a little bit more accustomed to these exact regions in time. It'll take me some time. But obviously, listen to your local people here. But I do want to mention you guys because this is going to be a big system for y'all, whether you're getting heavy rain, heavy snow, or both. Is going to hit you guys pretty hard. But I know y'all are accustomed to this. Y'all have weathered many storms for this area. But stay safe up in this area, that's for sure. But that's all I got, guys. We'll take a look at the radar one last time. Heavy band pivoting through. It looks like it's not getting smaller necessarily, but maybe losing a little bit of intensity. But it is unloading on this area. The thing is, this is a quick-moving storm. It's not going to unload on y'all for 10 hours straight like y'all are accustomed to with some of these nor'easters. But this is definitely trending northwest. I wouldn't say the last second, but in the last 24, 36 hours. But it's something we've been mentioning the possibility of, and it's definitely happening. But that's all I got, guys. Y'all have a blessed Friday and a great start to your weekend.